All right, Shalom. First and foremost, about to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, or Karkadash, and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, Balash Kadash, the Holy Tongue. And I say Barakatham to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim, Wa'akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a World War III news updates as of April the 18th, 2026, on this Saturday night, April 18th, 2026, World War III news updates. And this is a news article from KTVB.com, KTVB7. Credited by South Korea. Credited by via Associated Press. And it says North Korea launch ballistic missiles towards the sea, which they've been doing constantly, consistently throughout the years. And as of recently, because we've been saying throughout the years and recently, tensions been heating up between North Korea and versus South Korea, and especially South Korea versus North Korea. So those tensions are definitely heating up. And as Japan been on high alert because been having North Korea fire missiles towards their way in the eastern shores of Japan. So the tension between South Korea and Japan versus North Korea is heating up now, so more than ever. It says the Seoul of South Korea, Associated Press. North Korea launched multiple ballistic missiles towards the sea on Sunday, and its neighboring says days after the UN nuclear watchdog warned that North Korea was making a very serious advance in efforts to build nuclear weapons. South Korea's Joint Chief of Staff says the launch happened on Sunday morning from the Sinpo area in the eastern coastal site where North Korea has a major shipyard used for the building submarines. South Korea military says it has bolstered its civilian posture. Is closely exchanging information with the U.S. and Japan. Slovakia. It says the South Korean presidential office said National Security Council plans to hold a emergency meeting to discuss the launches. It says the defense ministry also detached the launch, saying that the weapons were believed to have landed and off the wars of North Korea's east coast. And it said Tokyo strongly protests to Pyongyang, saying Sunday's launch threatens regional and international peace and violate UN security and council resolutions that the ban of any ballistic activities by North Korea. The launch was the latest in North Korea's run of weapons tests and activities this year. It says last week, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un supervised a missile test from the country's destroyer in the previous week. North Korea said it has 3 days of testing activities to examine ballistic missiles and armed with cluster bombs and warheads and other weapons systems last month. It said it tests upgrading a solid fuel engine for missiles of capability of reaching the United States mainland. Kim has focused on enlarging its nuclear and missile arsenal since its high stakes of nuclear diplomacy with the U.S. President Donald Trump collapsed in 2019. Trump has repeatedly expressed his desire to restore diplomacy with Kim, and the North Korean leader has recently left open the door for dialogue with Trump, but urged Washington to drop demands for the North nuclear disarmament and a precondition for talks. Last week, North Korea says Kim Jong-un missile tests from the country destroyer in the previous week. North said it has 3 tests of activities and examined ballistic missiles armed with cluster warheads and other new systems last month. It said tested an upgradable solid fuel for missiles are capable of reaching the U.S. mainland. Oh, I read that already. It says on Wednesday, the International Atomic Energy Agency's director, Rafael Grossi, said that his agency his agency has confirmed that the rapid increase in activities at the nuclear manufacturing facilities in North Korea. Rossi reporters and so activities in North Korea points to a very serious increase in its nuclear weapons production capabilities. His comments echoed a view of many outside observers that North Korea has taken steps to expand its main Yongbali, if I pronounce that right, nuclear complex. And China keep on bouncing. I don't know why it's doing it. It says nuclear complex and built in additional uranium enrichment sites in recent years. Last September, the South Korea's unification ministers Chong Dong Yong said that North Korea is operating for uranium enrichment facilities, and they were running every day. So, as it says again, North Korea launches ballistic missiles towards the sea, and it has it has South Korea and Japan on a high alert with these recent launch of missiles. Yep, it says Japan, South Korea is on high alert after North Korea fired multiple missiles. Prime Minister reports. Japan, South Korea on high alert after North Korea fires multiple missiles. The Prime Minister Takashi Takashia vows to complete preparedness. It says the Prime Minister vows a complete readiness. That was from ANI Digital. As it says again, post on X.com. This was 9:28 p.m. April 18th, 2026. Japan and South Korea on high alert after North Korea fired multiple missiles. The Prime Minister vows complete preparedness. Yeah, this is what you call wars and rumors of wars. This is the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter. Because Yahushua says these events, these modern day events that we see in our world today was going to occur. And that's why we're seeing these wars and rumors of wars on a daily basis. And this is Matthew's 24 verse 6. And you should hear of wars and rumors of wars, right? South Korea, Japan versus North Korea. That's what you call wars and rumors of wars. And ye should hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that should be not trouble for all these things must first come to pass, but it's not yet. Right, so it's going to come to pass, but not going to end yet. And this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, which goes to ethnos. So we seeing another nation rise against another nation. North Korea versus South Korea. And Japan and South Korea versus North Korea. And that's what you call modern day nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. And this is the prophet Joel, chapter 3 and verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, while the armies of other nations prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near and come up. This is the prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. Beat your plowshares and the swords and the ponies and the spears and let the weak sound strong. Right, and let the weak sound strong. And that's what we see in North Korea is doing, building up their military preparedness, building up their nuclear capability, as they've been firing off increasing missiles in the shores of Korea, eastern Korea, I believe, in the eastern shores of Korea, and the eastern shores of Japan. So tensions are really heating up between South Korea and Japan versus North Korea, and definitely North Korea versus South Korea. So definitely Japan is on high alert. with those increasing missile launches been increasing throughout the years and recently as they getting prepared because I believe they're supposed to have a some type of emergency meeting on the regards of North Korea firing off their nuclear missiles and continue building up their nuclear capability as Japan and South Korea once again is on high alert. So these tensions are definitely heating up between North Korea versus South Korea and Japan. And I believe South Korea is supposed to be doing their military exercise drills and kept North Korea on high alert to be prepared, of a potential, of a potential showdown between Japan and South Korea versus North Korea. As tensions been heating up throughout the years, and we starting to heat up right now as we're speaking. And this is the book of Revelations, 11 verse 14. The second will pass, behold, the third will come quickly. Right, so the second will pass, behold, the third will come quickly. So hopefully this was edifying of this sit down lesson of the World War III news updates as of April of the 18th, 2026 on this Saturday night. As this is a World War III news updates as these nuclear tensions are heating up between these nations. As we start to see World War III is heating up on a daily basis. Like it says, what's that? Revelation verse 14. The second will pass, behold, the third will come quickly. As this news article from the Associated Press, as it says again, North Korea launches ballistic missiles towards the sea as South Korea and